And remember, just because you're going to a wedding doesn't mean your makeup has to be bridal. You're the guest, you're not the bride, right? And yeah, we are allowed to have some fun with our makeup, right, mamas? Hey mamas, my name is Michou, and I help moms find ways to enjoy self-care and be the best versions of themselves. I'm wearing a dress. On today's video, I'm going to show you how to do a wedding guest makeup for summer 2021. Yes, so this is the kind of makeup that would last throughout the hot, humid summer day. And this is very well party and wedding makeup friendly. So let's get started. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna start with my No Pore Face Primer by AoA Studio, the Pow Pow Charity line. The foundation I'm using today is a oldie but goodie. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte, and I'm using the 107 Fresh Beige. I'm just gonna use my Pow Pow AoA Studio A Charity line today. It's a little dirty because I used it this morning. And of course, you always want to use a wet sponge. I'm just gonna distribute it all over my face first, then we blend it after. And with power of editing, I have no brows, and now I have a brow. As always, I used my Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim in medium for my brows. For concealer, I used my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Sand. While we still have the concealer in hand, I'm going to go ahead and use it under my eyes and on my T-zone to brighten up my face. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it with the same beauty sponge. If some gets into your eyelid, it's okay because you can use that as a eyeshadow primer or eyeshadow base. Always make sure to look up when you are blending under your eyes to avoid the creasing, meaning the line underneath your eyes. Always remember to press when you use the beauty sponge and not drag, so that you don't move anything around. Okay, so now that we have the concealer and the foundation ready, we're gonna move on to powder. The reason why is because I'm not gonna be using a cream bronzer today, so I'm just gonna set these first. I'm using the Ulta Beauty Mineral Setting Powder. Just using a fluffy brush. Any fluffy brush you have is fine. Then press on. So once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and move on to bronzer. So this is a very oldie palette that I used to use back then. I don't know if you guys remember it, but anyways, this is the Morphe 9C palette. So this is how it looks like. As you can see, it's in the cooler toned. That's probably the reason why I stopped using it, because it's in a cooler tone, but we're gonna try and use it again today. Yeah, so I'm just gonna combine these two. This is gonna be like the contour color, and this is gonna be the bronzer. I'm just gonna combine the two, and I'm going to use this fan brush by Juvia's Place. Actually, this is the J229 fan brush. So I already taught you guys this technique before, but I'm just going to actually apply it upwards. So obviously always following the line, this line on my face, but I'm just gonna apply it upwards. Then once you know where you want to put it, you can drag it up towards the hairline. See? Then the rest, as always, just bring it on the temple, following your hairline. So many words unspoken with you, and right now you got me hoping I'll be the one you're giving into. And I don't know your name, but I'm glad you came. I want you to. Just gonna go on with my e.l.f. brush, the small taper brush, just a little bit to fix any areas I didn't get from the large fan brush. Okay, and then I'm gonna take a smaller brush for my nose. As always, if you want your nose to be a little bit longer, start from the bridge of your nose all the way up to your eyes. Okay, once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and move on to blush. I'm just gonna use this Makeup Revolution contour palette, but just a blush in it. I'm going to use this Morphe brush, angled brush, to apply it. Just gonna be very generous when applying this because it doesn't really show. What's good about this blush is it has that shimmer to it, so it's perfect for a wedding. This time I'm gonna go ahead and move on to highlighter right away. I'm going to use the same palette, the Morphe 9C, and I'm just going to use a blending brush, and I'm using the highlight that's right in the middle of the palette. Alright, aren't we glowing to the moon? I'm gonna go ahead and set everything with the same e.l.f. makeup and mist set. Alright, mama, so we're gonna move on to the eyes now. I'm gonna just reapply a little bit more of the Maybelline concealer. I'm going to use this as a eyeshadow base. I'm using the same beauty sponge to distribute it all over my eyelid. For a better eyeshadow application, I'm going to set the concealer with a powder first. I'm actually going to use the same Morphe palette, and I'm just going to use this color right here, that powder highlight right there. Just grabbing it with the same sponge and applying it. This is for a very smooth eyeshadow application. Alright, and now we're gonna move on to the eye palette. I'm actually going to use this Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette right here. This is called the, what is it called? This is the Armed and Gorgeous. So yeah, it's very beautiful palette, perfect for a wedding. So that's why I got it. Okay, I'm going to use Access. I'm going to use Access as my underbrow, I guess, highlight. I don't really like using shimmer under my brows, as you all know, so I'm just gonna use this. Okay, so underbrow highlight is usually just following the arch of your brows. What I'm doing here is I'm just putting more color under the brows where I put the concealer. This is just to remove the harshness of the concealer, or to hide away the harshness of the concealer. Next, we're gonna move on to transition color. I'm actually going to use Agent as my transition color. And I'm just gonna use a fluffy brush. Any fluffy brush you have will work. I'm just trying to blend it under that brow highlight and bringing it a little bit inwards. Okay, now that we have a very nice transition color, I'm going to move on to the next color. So I'm going to use Smooth Criminal. Whoa. I'm going to use Smooth Criminal, this right here, on the very outer crease color. So we're not going to move the color too far away from the crease and the outer corner. I'm going to use an angle brush from AoA Studio. This is the high definition E109. So I'm doing a little C on the outer corner right here. Or you can say V as well. So the crease is like the place where your eye socket bone is. So that's where you concentrate that color. As always, take your time blending. Alright, so now that we have that, we're gonna move on to a little bit inner color. So I'm going to use Secure or Access. Yeah, I'm going to use Secure in the middle of my shadow. So I'm just gonna use like a flat brush like this. This is the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. Top off the excess and right in the middle. I'm going to put another color right here. That's why I don't want to put it too close to the inner corner. So I'm just using it to smooth out Smooth Criminal. Just blending the two together. Okay, now that we have that, we're going to move on to the next color, which is Guilt Trip. Guilt Trip right here. Then we're going to put this in the inner corner color after. So Guilt Trip first. I feel like I want to use my finger. I'm just going to use my finger. So I'm just looking down to the mirror to apply it so that my eyelid is completely open. And try your best to blend the colors together. Just gonna get a flat brush and apply it more precisely in the inner corner. I feel like I want to wet this shadow because it's not showing up as how I want it to. Okay, and then last but not least, we're gonna use Coin. I'm gonna use Coin in the inner tear duct in the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH39. Okay guys, I don't know what's going on here. Taking a little bit to pick up the shadow. I feel like there's not much difference between the highlight color and the inner color. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna move on. So I'm going to bring the Smooth Criminal down. And this brush is the e.l.f. contour brush. As always, I'm connecting the outside color together. I'm going to wipe my brush and use the same brush to apply guilt strip on the empty space. Alright, okay, now that we have all of that, we're gonna move on to eyeliner. The eyeliner I'm using today is my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Borbon. I'm going to tight line and put it on my waterline. I'm going to use Pearl as my eyeliner. So I'm going to use an angle brush. This one is from Beige Cosmetics, and then I'm just going to use that to apply it. And I'm making sure I'm putting it as close to the lash line as possible. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to lashes, and you know the drill. I'll be right back. Okay, so the lashes I'm using, actually the Profusion Iconic 3D lashes. This is the faux minc lashes in Staycation. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put some lash eyeliner over here so it doesn't look as weird. And then I'm going to put on my lipstick or lip gloss. This is the Fenty Beauty in Fenty. Alright, mom, so that's pretty much today's look. What do you think? Would you recreate it? Do you think it's time efficient? I don't think it's time efficient, but is it budget friendly? Or is it beginner friendly? Or is it mama friendly? Let me know in the comment down below. But as always, I have everything linked down below or listed down below. And yeah, that's pretty much today's video. One more thing that I wanted to share you, I just added the eyeliner, Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner on here so that it doesn't look as weird. And remember, just because you're going to a wedding doesn't mean your makeup has to be bridal. You're the guest, you're not the bride, right? And yeah, we are allowed to have some fun with our makeup, right, mamas? That's pretty much today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.